Bruvs, we're starting the video. Next to the Wa'a, we have the Wa'a to the right. And then we have the London Bridge straight ahead. I think this lights up at night beautifully. So probably the best times to come at night. And I'm sure those buildings will be lit as well. But I want you to notice something. You see a lot of people, a lot of activity. Yes, we're at a tourist area, but even when we walk through the city, I want you to notice the atmosphere and the vibe. Restaurants filled with folks, people on the streets. The reason why is because I've read that even in the center of London, there are some quote unquote ghost towns. And I want to see the difference. So we're gonna walk this part of the center, and then we're gonna head to the supposedly ghost towns that exist here for particular reasons, which we'll touch on there. But as I walk there, we'll stop at a few spots. But either way, just like I said, if you've never been in London, just check out the vibe. And also let me say one more thing before I move on to the next clip. When it comes to women, I wanna say my two favorite accents are in no particular order: Swahili, that you hear in Kenya, and then next would have to be the English accent. Oh man, I love it. I was at the London airport and I was entering a lounge, and oh man, the accent. Would you like to enter the lounge? Would you like to have some water or have a lie? Nice soft to me. But the English accent, some say it's refined, sounds quote unquote sophisticated. To me, it kind of has more of like a feminine touch, you know? Even if you're a gangster from England, it's like, what do you have on my 40? What do you have on my 40, bruv? What size are those Jordans, bruv? I think those Jordans are my size, bruv. Give them to me, bruv. You know, you guys get the point. The English accent, when it comes to ladies, is, yeah. I think we're coming up to another popular monument on the left. It's supposed to be the monument to the Great Fire of London. Back in the day, I believe there was a fire here that destroyed around 80, I think the number was 86% of the city. Fire started off in a bakery, and many of the buildings here were made of wood. Fun fact, some of the roads too made out of wood. But hold on, let me get a better view. There goes the monument right here. And it looks like you can have drinks too, right next to the monument. Here goes the official hop on, hop off bus. Well look, you have the regular public bus right here. Not really that much of a difference. This is the regular public bus. Probably a quarter of the price. And straight ahead should be another spot for all the religious folks watching. You're probably gonna enjoy this. Even if you're just religious on Sundays, you too, you'll probably enjoy this as well. And then right next door, you have this cathedral for the architecture lovers out there. And you can post up right in front and picnic, fellowship with your loved ones, get a tan right here. Different side of the city. One thing I do want to say is there's a stereotype of, and you know, some stereotypes have truth to them. That's why they're stereotyped, but stereotype that Chinese people are hella loud, that black people, particularly from the US, hella loud. Who else are considered hella loud? I'm pretty sure there's some more groups. But for sure, I want to say, judging by the accent I hear on the bus, I gotta go with English. Oh man, they got loud folks. Whenever you take the public bus, oh man, yeah, they're loud. Some guy was on there talking about an affair and cheating, and they seem very blunt here too. The famous, I forgot their name, but I think these guys aren't supposed to make any facial expressions. I don't know. They look young. I think I can get them to laugh. I don't know. Oh man, I would hate that. Let me not speak too loudly. I would hate that job. Oh, I would hate that job. Okay, guys, we're almost there. We're almost to the area. Everyone's taking pictures to the left. Why? You guys know why. Okay, the tour's over. Let's head to the ghost towns. Bam. We're in an area called Belgravia, and supposedly this is supposed to be a ghost town, or at least during the evening time. During the day, like right now, I think there are mainly a lot of tourists, but supposedly during the evening time, there's pretty much no one out because many of these homes are, but supposedly many of the buyers here in this area, but many of the buyers here are supposed to be international. And they buy these homes just as assets to sell later, so they don't really live in them. So a whole bunch of empty buildings, a whole bunch of unoccupied buildings. But it doesn't seem like it. Maybe things have changed. So that's one reason. Some people say that the housing market here is pretty expensive. So a lot of people can't afford to stay here. Supposedly even some millionaires can afford to stay here, basically billionaires. For example, I think the Saudi family or some Arab family owns property out here. Yeah, so maybe that was a thing of the past, because it seems like it's pretty active. Maybe I should ask someone. I read online that this area was supposed to be like a ghost town, but I see people everywhere.
It's still ghost town. Come in the evening, then you see how many lights are on.
Oh, okay.
It's better to count how many lights are on, then you got a rough idea how many people are not here. A lot of people have gone because of the tax purpose in this country. You get hit on those who instead of paying 100,000 tax every year, now they have to pay the full tax. So the government has really twisted a lot of people's economy where money hurts in their pocket. So they're moving out. Again, London, the way it is, a lot more robberies, mostly on the streets.
Right.
Houses get smashed doors and flats to just get a quick five minutes rob. It's getting a little bit of that side. Not much protection on police officers because we haven't got much police officers on the street.
Oh, I've heard, yeah.
I've got flats here. I call them ghost flats because
Ghost
maybe
flats.
3-4 times in a year I see them, and that's really it. And they probably stay for 3-4 to 1 week maximum, and then I don't see them again.
Oh wow.
It was buzzing once upon a time 15, 20 years ago, but
Different.
it's changed a lot.
Yeah.
It has changed a lot, and that's it. I mean, it's mostly a lot of people are getting away with the high expensive living, better living from other countries, Spain, Portugal, Italy, Sweden, Switzerland. They're the ones. Brussels as well. My building here, I've got 4 people already left between last year and this year to go abroad and not come back until they think it's right to come back.
Oh wow. Yeah, so it's hurting businesses too. Had a long conversation with the gentleman. I cut it off because it was going on, but basically I was right, or the people online, they were right. So right now it's pretty busy, tourists and people walking around, etc., but come back during the evening time and you'll really see that ghost town feel. So that was, yeah. And the name of this area is Belgravia, but he said another name, Cadogan. That's a name I saw as well, and I think some streets are named after it. And he said that's a family, Cadogan family, and they own this whole area, and so they're pretty much going to be rich for life. Unless there's a war that breaks out in some other country or some other family, they're going to receive money every month for all the buildings here. There goes the name, Cadogan Gardens. I don't know if you can see it right there. Probably can, but it says Cadogan Gardens. That's the family that owns all of this. Let's walk this way. I'm across with it. To the bourgeois folks, I know you're wet right now. I want to tell you guys that I have what's called lower to middle income vision. I say that because I don't see how these buildings can be millions of dollars. If you have high income vision, bourgeois vision, let me know. Explain it to me. But I believe these homes are supposed to be millions of dollars. The gentleman was telling me that in one of the buildings, in the flat, there's I think 15th richest person in England. He stays in one of the flats, so he comes by a couple times a year, checks on the flat, and he was like, hey, he's a simple guy, you would never know, seeing him walking on the street, that he's one of the richest folks, richest persons in England. And I think that's how you're supposed to do it. That's how I would do it. No, most people wouldn't know I'm rich. Okay, guys, heading out. You guys saw the area. Like I said, I thought it would be more of a quiet, no one around, zombie apocalypse vibe, but it's not the case, or at least it's not the case right now in the afternoon. But as you heard from someone here who has property here, he said, nah, come in the evening time, bruh, different vibe. But right now it's pretty active. But either way, my actual phone is about to die. If it dies, oh man, I'm not gonna know what bus to take to get back. So let me just end the video right now. Appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Gave you a taste into a different side of London. Thanks for watching, bruvs. And I'll catch you guys at the next one. Deuces.